Hello everyone, I'm Tofu and today we're on Gaol-Town, my crime island, and we're going to be doing a build video. We're going to be building a abandoned car wash and a small mini build just at the bottom of the island. So, let's crack into it, shall we? So much like many of my builds on this island, or in fact either of my islands, I do a bit of pre-planning. So this is the area we're going to be building our car wash in. I was inspired to do a car wash by Boys Crossing. And to be honest, I didn't know how to tackle it, and I actually found a really cool guide on Instagram. I'll show up the picture now on screen, and just a massive thank you to them because it really helped me tackle this. But firstly, we're going to paint all of this green space with all my lovely design codes. So, I'll see you in a second. So here we are guys, we've painted the entire floor. Obviously I sped that up for you because it takes a while whenever you're painting a big space. But I've got a load of items in my inventory, so we're going to move on to the actual build of the car wash itself. So I have these wide display stands, and that's going to be used for the main bulk of the actual car wash itself. I've never really used these items, but then I don't make a lot of fake buildings. It's really kind of out of my comfort zone, to be honest. But I kind of like it for that reason. Like, I'm trying to push myself to do something a little bit different. So, flip that round. I've placed that in the wrong place. Okay. As per usual, I'm not very good at rotating the the items the way I want it to be. So, sorry about that. Just quickly make sure that the lights are turned off on these displays as well. I did mention that I was highly inspired by Boy Crossing, and like I said, I found a guide on Instagram to make this, so much thanks to them. But when I saw the idea of having a car wash, I thought like having an abandoned car wash on this island would just be such a good idea. And it really kind of goes with the aesthetic as well. The fact that it's going to be abandoned, I'm going to throw in a few of the damaged or rusty cars around. And various bits of trash, as you would expect from this kind of island. So that's the main body of the car wash done. I'm going to throw the amazing machine at the back. Again, I've chosen the damaged variant. I'm then going to throw, I believe I have some Cosmo showers. We're just going to push them slightly out of the way so you can't actually see them. But when you press one of them, water comes on. It's fabulous. I have a curtain partition which is going to act as the, I guess, the rollers, for want of a better word. I'm not really sure what they're called, but you know, the spinny, cleany things. People don't come here for my vocab. But anyway, we then have somewhere there will be a mini car. Cool. So when you look at it, let's look at it through our camera. There you go. Kind of gives the illusion that there is a car wash going on. But we've got the one side that's constantly leaking water, so it's clearly broken. The damaged car's just been abandoned. That's how we like it on Crime Island. So we're going to put a few items within the display stand. So I have a backlit sign somewhere. And that should say closed, and it does indeed. Should I leave it on or off? I guess I'll leave it on so that when it's night time, you'll have that faint glow of that, whereas the display stands are all turned off. I'm also going to put in a antique cash register, and this is in a kind of bronze colour, so it makes it look like it's rusty, it's been there a long time. Speaking of rust, one of my favourite design codes, I've got simple panel and some short simple panels as well. So I'm going to just plonk these in front of these first two display stands. And I'll be doing this on the opposite side as well. Much like usual guys, any of the displays, any of the design codes that I use will be displayed in the description below. So if you want to check them out yourself, feel free. Also credit where credit's due, because like I've said before, I feel like I wouldn't be able to do anything nearly as good as these design codes. So yeah, thank you to you creators out there that do this kind of stuff. And then I press the wrong button, so another typical Tofu move. But there's the main bulk of the car wash. So we're just going to plonk some few items around now. Just kind of finishing it off. Feel that the unknown machine fits perfectly here. Obviously that would be the button you'd press and your car would then automatically go through the car wash or initiate the car wash. I have some meters and pipes. And much like many of them on the island, I've got it in the rusty variant because I just love the aesthetic of it, and it just fits with this island. I then have a few various items here. So I have gear apparatus, which are absolutely massive, but I did want to use them somewhere, and I thought this would make a lot more sense as opposed to just randomly having it dotted around. A utility pole, so there would have been power obviously at some point. I guess there still is because there's water being leaked into the machine. We'll just have that somewhere behind the back, and then I've got two vertical banners which I have customized to have this kind of just old looking newspaper design, almost like there was advertisements on it at some point, but then they've just got sun faded. They just look kind of a bit nasty, honestly. But again, it really goes well with the aesthetic and the vibe that I'm going for. So this is the main bulk of the car wash. It is just a small build, but that's fine. Small builds are fun too. I'm just going to go and head off to my storage locker, grab a few items, and then finish off this little area before we move on to a mini build in the bottom right corner. So see you there. Okay, so I'm just going to start dotting various items around. Oh, hey Renee, how are we doing? She's admiring my handiwork. But I wanted to say a massive thank you to anyone that watched my previous video, the Lucky and Wendy house builds. And obviously I put it out there in a poll to people as to whether I should move Lucky on and then try and hunt for Rudy on Tanglewood one last time before I start a new island. Or if I should leave him because he's been there for so long that he almost deserves to be on the island. And interestingly enough, there was a lot of comments that said that Lucky should stay there and they believe he's deserved his right to stay on the island. But when it came to the poll, it's ever so slightly in the favour of going on one last hunt. So I'm probably going to end up doing that. But for those people that would feel hard done by for Lucky's sake anyway, I have immortalised him on the island of Tanglewood by updating my dream address so that he will forever be there, regardless of how the hunt goes, honestly. Be right back. I've got to just move these ever so slightly. That's kind of a pain. Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted. I wanted the rusty fence to kind of fence off the perimeter, much like I did with the Nookling shop. And it also works with the bottom side of the car wash area as well. So I've also got a little bit of extra fencing. And we're just going to throw some of that down. If you can even see where I'm plonking it. No. I can't place it down because I'm too close to the fence. Ugh. There we go. I think we just about got it. Okay. Welcome to Fence Troubles with Tofu. There's always something. It's either rotating the various bits of items, or just failing to put down fences. But But yeah, again, like I wanted to say, thank you to everyone that voted in that poll or had their say regarding whether Lucky should stay or he should go. But like I said, I am leaning more towards giving one last hunt to Rudy. That's how the poll seems to be going at this moment in time as well. But yeah, I think Lucky has deserved his place on the island, so that's why I updated the dream address. I think it's only fair. Like, he's like my 4th longest villager on that island, so yeah, he's a good boy as well. He deserves all the love he can get. So I'm looking for very specific items and I can't find it. Floor sign is one of them. So this has the no parking sign on it. I'm actually going to move that and just push that kind of onto the sidewalk a little bit. Fantastic. I've got a barrel somewhere as well. It might be this pirate barrel that I was thinking of. It was indeed. I'm just going to spin that round so you can't necessarily see the skull and crossbones. And there should be some decorative bottles. There are indeed. Much like a lot of the places on this island, I just want to give the idea that obviously the car wash has been abandoned and so everything else has just become this dumping ground for various bits of trash. I'm not going to click on that because last time I did that with a spray can it would have sprayed me right in my face and someone actually laughed at me in the comments, which is kind of mean, but hey, what else is it for, I suppose. I have somewhere a retro transportation stop. I can't really seem to struggle saying that word for some reason. But obviously I put it in the wrong way, the wrong rotation, so fabulous job. Okay, well that's a bit better, but that's not what I wanted. There we go, that's the rotation I wanted. I'm going to push this just into the corner, make it look like it's a storage shed maybe for all the various soaps and things for the car wash. I don't know. I think it works there though. As far as my next island, I've mentioned before that I'm pretty convinced that I'm going to have a all sheep island, or that's what I'm going to look for. I'm not sure about the theme yet. Honestly, I'm thinking I'm going to have something quite natural, almost cottagecore-y. That is definitely my safe space. But I didn't want to kind of push myself on 2 islands at the same time, because this is definitely out of my comfort zone. I was considering doing a kid core or really kind of colourful pastel core, something like that. But the last thing I want to do is put a lot of pressure on myself by having 2 different islands that would really kind of push my creativity to the limits. And as a result, just feel like I'm unmotivated and not wanting to play, because that's the last thing I want to do. So I think just a natural cottagecore type island would work. Maybe even no terraforming, but I'm not sure about that as of yet. But yeah, it's definitely my aim to have basically all the sheep. Maybe even rotate through them every now and again, just so that I try and get kind of all of them, to be honest. I would say Kashmir is definitely the sheep that I'm not particularly interested in out of all of them. But you never know, maybe I'll include her. This island is a testament to me liking characters that I generally wouldn't choose, so who knows. You may have noticed in my inventory I had 2 retro gas pumps. I'm going to throw them down here. Make it look like it was also a place where you could fuel up as well as get your car washed. And obviously I've gone with the rusty variants and made it look like it's all been abandoned, like I said previously. And again, these are just some items that I generally wouldn't use otherwise, so it's really nice to be able to use it on this kind of island. Right, I have a few more scattered papers, decorative bottles, green leaf pile. So I'm going to throw, I think, scattered papers somewhere around here. We can make it look like it's part of Marlowe's nightclub, and the leaflets have just been thrown onto the floor, much like over here next to the luxury car. As for the green leaf pile, I'm not really sure where to put that. Maybe just somewhere on here. You can see the dreaded Easter balloons. And I have no intention of doing the Easter event because I hate Zipper. Which is kind of impressive that he's sending balloons out, because I'm pretty sure he definitely got murdered. Not by me, just, you know, someone else. Cough, cough. Anyway, moving on. I also have this old tyre, which I feel is only appropriate if we drop it nearby the tyre stack. And our last item, the decorative bottles. Where am I going to put them? I guess maybe they should just live on the sidewalk as well, giving that kind of the idea that everything's just been thrown, abandoned. Are these alcoholic bottles? Are they just pop? Who knows? But they've been thrown away instead of just thrown in the trash like they should be. But that is kind of the image I had for my car wash, guys. So obviously it's broken, only one side is working. We've got the rusty, damaged car in the middle there. My favourite little leaf pile on fire. Again, just giving that illusion that things have just been left to chaos. And obviously all the trash dotted around everywhere. So I'm pretty happy with it. Hopefully you guys are as well. I'm going to run off to the storage shed again, grab various items, and we can move on to the little build in the right hand corner. See you in a second. Okay, so just down here is where we're going to be working on for my mini build. I want to make a fake building, much akin to something on the left here. But the reason I've done a little bit of terraforming is I would like to have a tree and right on the edge, almost make it look like the building's been abandoned or just uncared for so much that a tree has managed to burst through and actually grow through the home itself. So, stupidly, I forgot to actually grab myself a tree, so be right back. Sorry, guys. Oh, Renee's just upset the Don. Oh, that's never a good thing. I'm not even going to get involved. Okay, so I am back with my tree. So we're going to plant it in this space in the middle here. I'm trying to obviously do the little trick that allows you to then put it right on the edge. No place to plant things in this area. Really?
One eternity later.
Has that finally got it? Just that one little thing? Oh, it has. Oh, thank God. Okay, I'm back, guys, so I'm really sorry about that. I guess it's been a while since I've done this little trick. I thought I had it down, but I guess there was just little nuances that I was missing, so it's kind of a pain. But what kind of was hindering me was I had put this little square of water in before I'd done this side, where actually you need to do the diagonal last, and that almost tricks the game into thinking that there is something in that corner that was missing. But anyway, I've managed to finally get it done, so yeah, thank God for that. So I'm going to put back the sidewalk that was here initially. I could go into the paint mode, but yeah, I'm just going to use this this version, or this method I should say. I'm also going to paint this little area here with the rust tiles. I love that code so much. I'm also going to paint the top next to the tree with the rust, because I was going to have that to be the roof of the building that the tree has burst through. So again, just going to stand here, and that will make it easier for me to then throw it down onto the floor this method. So I'm going to throw a air conditioning unit, which I know I have somewhere in my inventory when I find it. And do I want it that way? I guess I want it facing outwards. That would make more sense, right? Okay, fabulous. I'm then going to put a few of the storefronts, and I've got various retro transportation stops as well. So I like mixing them up. It really gives that ramshackle appearance. Where are they? I did actually get just a random assortment of colours, but I'm not really sure which ones are which, so it's just as much as a surprise to me as it is you guys as to what colours I'm going to use. And naturally I'm struggling to rotate the item, because of course I am. I'm just going to paint that last bit of rust in there. Cool. Again, makes it look like there was a sidewalk and it's just been ramshackle, kind of replaced with various rusty tiles. Maybe they weren't rusty to start with, but they've definitely gone rusty now. Another transportation stop. What colour is it going to be? Blue. I mean, that's interesting. I'm going to have to put it like this though. Where's it gone? Is that the blue one? Yes. Fantastic. I am actually going to shift this ever so slightly, so it is going to be poking onto the sidewalk, but I want to use my favourite little trick if I can. I presume that's enough space, because I've done it previously over there on the left. Some more meters and pipes. There we go. I love doing that, just hides a little part of that side panelling for the retro transportation stops. Okay, I have a gazebo. The one I always struggle to say, is it acnh? It is indeed, not Azayama. I'm finally learning, guys. It's like a miracle. And I do have some scaffolding, which I think has already been shown off in my inventory. Because this museum is just in the way, it's kind of a pain. I should have really moved it. But that's just the chaotic nature of these builds, I suppose. Can I push it in front? I can. Fantastic. Again, like many of the buildings, I want to give that impression that maybe there was some work being done at some point in the town's life, and then it just got abandoned. So I'm going to use some more storefronts and retro transportation stops. What's the simple panel? I don't even remember. I've got a simple panel. I don't remember what the design is on it. Oh, just wooden like shutters almost. You know what? Sure, I'll use that in that space there, and that can almost act as a door, like it's been boarded up. Will I be able to rotate and put it in? That is the question. I can indeed. So there's a little gap, but that's fine. Another rusty one, fantastic. And because it was meant to be a building at some point, it was obviously somebody's home, someone's yard, I did want to just fence off this area. I thought barbed wire fence gives that unfriendly kind of feel to it. And then I'm just going to put various bits of old tap down in their yard. Can I get a moon there? No. Okay. Didn't think so, but worth a try. So we're going to put an oil barrel. I presume that's as close as I can go. Yep. I have an oil barrel bathtub somewhere as well. Fantastic. I can't get by there. Of course I can't. Literally commented it a second ago, but there you go. I'm just being a fool. I do have a termite mound, which I've not really used much on this island as of yet, but I feel like it's only fitting somewhere around here. Why not? Termite mound. Kind of on the sidewalk, kind of on the rusty panel. Does it make sense? Not really. But, again, I want to give that whole abandoned feel. And just, like I said, run down. Everything's kind of a bit funky, a bit nasty. I do have a yacht somewhere, I think. There we go. Again, much like many of the yachts and the cars that I've got on this island, it's the damaged version, the damaged variant. So, it almost seems like it would have been a nice place to live at some point. Like, people had boats, people had various amounts of cars, just kind of around. It was doing well, and then something happened. Maybe it was the introduction of Marlowe and the Mafia, and then it all went to hell. Now, I know I did this literally on the other side of this left-hand building, but I'm going to throw down a sloppy sofa. Just because I really like it. It's a really just nice item, but I like the idea that they've thrown a sofa just outside and let it get kind of nasty. There's even some old clothing, just things like that. Floor sign, because there was some construction going on at some point. Whether or not there is continuing is debatable. Yes, I've just rotated that boat, or the yacht, just so it's a little bit of ease of access onto this beach. I will be decorating the beach a little bit, but first I'm going to have to move the museum and obviously the tailors right here, so they're going to have to move at some point, and then I can really decorate the rest of this beach. But to be honest, I'm pretty happy with just this being a little mini build. Maybe we'll throw some scattered papers down. I know I've got some somewhere. There we go. Maybe next to this decayed tree. Hopefully it gives the illusion that there was a building here and it's become just really run down, really ramshackle. Like, there's just no care has gone into it, and so it's almost just falling apart, even though there was building work being done. So guys, I'm going to end today's video there. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed my abandoned car wash and my little mini building build. So join me for my next video. I'm going to be hunting for Rudy, my one last hunt to try and bring him onto my jungle island of Tanglewood. Hopefully we can find him this time. So, thank you for watching if you made it this far. If you enjoyed the video, please hit like and subscribe if you haven't done already, and I'll hopefully see you next time. Cheers guys, have a good one.